Okay, now we just gotta test out a few things before we get this stream up and running. It usually takes a few seconds to pop in here, so I'll wait till this interface is up and then we will get ready to rock. Alright, everything is looking good so far. Okay guys, so you know how this goes. Generally what we do is we play music back for 1 hour, and during that hour we execute some trading. Now after that music is over, we end the live stream. So here we go, let's kick off the music and let's start looking at some charts. Alright, so here we are in BitMEX. As you can see, my balance here, I've pulled out some Bitcoin and we are ready to do some trading. So I do have some positions already established in the market, and I'm actually going to close this position right here. So about $128, so 11585 or so. Yeah, let's close it. Can take a bit. They'll buy it. There we go. We are out. Officially out. Okay. So a few $100 on the rise, but right now we do have a short that is open on Ethereum. Okay. So let's take a look and see where exactly we are. So we opened our short actually at 310.37. And it's 311.60. Bitcoin has been going up, Ethereum has been going up, and it's been a crazy last few weeks actually. So let's check out a little more. As you can see here, we are back on the ticker, one of my favorite tools. All right, and as you can see, we have an $11,000 Bitcoin. All right, you guys remember the previous streams? We were trading with $5,000 Bitcoins only a few weeks ago, and now here we are with an $11,000 Bitcoin, right? So literally just holding some Bitcoin has been incredibly profitable for us. So, and not only us trading it and bringing back more profits, those profits are also worth more the longer that we trade, right? Because Bitcoin's always going up in price. It is what it is. All right. So anyways, as you can see, we got a few sell walls hanging out in here. We have a decent amount of sell orders here, but it's nothing that will not be eaten up by this massive buying pressure here. This is absolutely insane, and it has not disappointed to date. So what is it right now? Like basically 400 Bitcoin will get us to 11,300, so another $200 up. So it's not that far off. Now we're gonna start off with XBT first off. As you can see, we are starting to approach the top here. Okay, just get rid of that. So now what this means is, like, as we start approaching the top, what we saw here before was a harsh rejection, right? As we got up to about 11,300, we saw this harsh rejection. Price dropped off the map, and now it's playing catch up. But as you can see, we have this very gradual gain, okay? Now what that means is that it's going to be a lot more stronger. We've built a lot more support. So I'm feeling like we won't have as major of a rejection. As you can see here, we went a little more vertical, right, in our rise, and that's why we saw such a big sell-off. That was our first hit to 11,300 since like 2017, right? And so that's why we saw that harsh rejection, and now we're playing catch up at this point. But again, this rise has been from the 24th of June up until the 25th-ish. So this is a much longer time period than it is here. This was just like a few hours that this price came up and then came down. So anyways, the other thing that I want you guys to note is that we are getting closer to our 70 percentile on our RSI. right? And as we approach that, we're entering overbought territory. And what that means is usually there's also a rejection. As you can see here, we're all the way up here, and then we see an immediate rejection. We're all the way up here, we see immediate rejection. We're starting to approach that 70 percentile, right? And if we do get up there, there is a high chance that it will drop off again. So, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Maybe that'll happen during the live stream, maybe it won't, but we'll definitely keep tabs on her and see what's up. Just making sure that I have live chat up here, so if you guys are chatting, I will be all set. Okay, so now that is Bitcoin, right? The MACD is looking relatively strong on the 15-minute. Doesn't look like it's really going anywhere. It's going to be hanging out for a while. So we basically got to rely on the RSI. Now, if we jump over to Ethereum, since we are in Ethereum right now as well, let's look at exactly where we're at. As you can see, we're starting to approach the top here. And again, same thing what happens here. When we approach this level, we see a harsh rejection, right? So Ethereum went from 312 all the way down to 305. And that is kind of what we're banking on right now. We're banking on the fact that Ethereum is going to go down once it approaches these higher levels, these higher prices. Now, that may be the case, or it could establish a new high for this year. It is very likely. So right now our high is about 319 on BitMEX. So, but again, I'm banking that we'll see a bit of a rejection. Maybe not as harsh as this one here, but maybe I'm gonna say about half as much. So right about 309 or $310. If we can get that, that would be nice. Like 309.50 or 310. All right, so now with that said, let's get back into BitMEX. As you can see, we are a bit negative on our trade here. We're $193 or $191-ish down on this trade. And we're just going to wait for it to hopefully retrace back down to proper levels. As you can see, this was our entry right about here at this level. And if we can get it back down to about here, 309, 20, 30, that's going to be really nice for us. And then we're going to be able to close and pull out some profits on this. Hey, what's up, CryptoFeek? Welcome to the live stream. Awesome to have you back. So we shall see. But again, Ethereum and Bitcoin have been really running strong as of basically the whole day. I mean, we had a low for Bitcoin of 10,500 and it's shot all the way up to 11,100, right? And so I mean, it's building, and it's building slowly, which generally means that there's a lot of strength in that chart. So not the best, but I mean, not the best for us, but overall it is a good scenario. So if it does end up that Ethereum starts to establish new highs, we may just pull out of this position and just take the loss, and then we'll recoup that trade, well, the losses from that trade with other trades. So anyways, that is basically where we're at. Today we've made approximately a net profit of about $1,300 US. If not more. So if we again, if we lose this $300 profit, it just comes out or this $300 it just comes out of our profit for the day. It doesn't come out of our principal. So with that said, oh yeah, awesome to have you back, Shakester. I know that a lot of people are big fans of the live streams, and I definitely wanted to bring them back. So I'm pumped to be here and happy to have you guys on the stream. This is awesome. So what is our liquidation? Right now for this Ethereum position, our liquidation is $402. Now, is it likely that Ethereum is going to hit that in the very short term? I wouldn't say so. It's very, very unlikely. How much you have put in this trade, bruh? So in this trade, there's about 156 Ethereum in this trade. That's what the value of this trade is. Now, I'm betting that the value of Ethereum is still going to go down. Maybe once it hits the top here or so, it'll fall back down along with Bitcoin, but we'll see. I mean, the charts are sort of telling a different story at this point in time, so it's not looking too hot for us. But again, like I said, we'll just pull it out of the profits that we've already made today, right? If it does come down to that. But yeah, this was a pre-established position, I'd say a few hours ago, like 4 or 5 hours ago. I had this trade up. And yeah, so the reason... let me talk a little bit more about this trade that I've established. So the reason why I have this trade up here is because I was trading these smaller wicks and these downs and ups. So actually, I would catch the bottom of the Ethereum chart and I would run a long position all the way up to about this point. And then what I would do is I would short from this point down, and then I would pull my position out. And so I did that about 5 or 6 times, and then that's how I generated this profit, and I actually did very well. But in this last case that I established this short position, Ethereum kept going up, so the trend changed, the market structure changed, right? And so there is potential that I may again close this position at a loss, but I'm willing to wait and find out and see where things go. Because again, we're starting to get near the top here. As you can see, when we start getting near the top here of these green wicks, there's a rejection. So I'm hoping that we see that. And if it's about $3-4, that would really help us out. We'll pull out of this position, and then we'll move forward onto some other positions. Now, the other thing that I want to look at is let's check out some other markets, right? Like, let's look at Bitcoin, for instance. We've looked at Ethereum. We know what the situation is. Let's check out Bitcoin. What is going on with Bitcoin here? So as you can see, we are getting pretty close to the top here. We're getting pretty close here. And again, I mean, I think we'll see a bit of a rejection, but it's not going to be that sharp. That's what I'm kind of feeling. And I certainly hope that that's the case. But you know what? Again, after that slow build up, it could very well just blast through it, and we could have a 12K Bitcoin. Now, if we just dive back into the trading view here, I want to show you guys a few things, and I want to kind of look at a bit of resistance and support levels. That's what we need to look at here. Okay. So as you can see, I have it set up for the 4-hour charts here. Okay. And I really wanted to just give you guys an idea of what we're kind of looking at. Maybe I'll change this to a day so it's easier to see. Now check this out. This is pretty crazy, right? So we were riding this bottom here in a bit of a bear market for a while, right? And we started off trading roughly in about this position here, and then things ramped up, and we're starting to see this, right? Some parabolic rises. Now, what does this look like from back in like 2017, right? So we're roughly right about here. If we look here, you can see that we're essentially resting on these supports back here in 2018, February of 2018, right? Now, there's always a story to tell by looking at these charts, right? And it's very interesting to see that it's always very consistently resting on support, right? Now, the question is, will it fall off or will it hang out there? And then if it does hang out there and build more support, where is it going from there? Well, at this point, it could very well go all the way up to like 13,500, maybe 12,500, right? From where it is right now, it absolutely could. 12,700 or so. Because then we have this little bit of support here, and we also have the support here and here on the bottom. Okay, so it could very well be that we see 12,700, 12,800, and then at that point probably 14k. After that, it's the moon. It's 17k and beyond, right? So this is gonna be an interesting market in the short term. I will definitely say, if this isn't financial advice, but if you're not invested in crypto, it wouldn't be a crazy time to throw a bit of money in the market, because you may find that we do ride the tops here and we're completely in a bull market. Right? We could see some very, very new all-time highs, right? There's a lot of potential for that. So anyways, let's minimize this and kind of look into roughly where we are at. So as you can see on the daily chart, we have been consistently in overbought areas, which generally means a major retracement, right? And as you can see, the trend is very consistent with that major trend, right? So we'll probably see another fall off back down here, but we'll see newer highs, I'm thinking. So let's go back into the hourly, span this sucker out and see what's going on. Look at that MACD. So we're starting to approach the top of the 70 percentile, and again, our MACD is just, it's going to the moon, man. It's really going up there. If we drop over to the ticker real quick, as you can see, we have new 24-hour highs. $11,163 and rising. It is going up, guys. Now again, like I said, around 11,200, 11,300, we usually see a rejection. So now let's drop back to BitMEX. Look at that Bitcoin price. $11,190, and the sell orders are just going off the charts here. They're trying. Yeah, Crypto Freak, you got it. None of this is financial advice. I'm just here and entertaining everybody. That's what I do. If anybody asks, I'm an entertainer. All right? Oh my god, look at all these buy orders. Everybody's just ready to scoop up this Bitcoin right now at these prices. Like, as you can see, we have a $427 loss right now as our position stands with Ethereum. So where's it at? Almost $313. We're starting to hit the top here. I don't know, man. We could see some big fall offs pretty soon here, or it's gonna blast through the top here and we're gonna see a new high for the month. We could, I don't know. Let's see. Where were we at here? The 23rd? This is pretty insane. That's a pretty high top. About 320 or so. Let's see if we get that rejection. Oh, that would be so nice right now. Oh, there it is. There it is. 312. Bitcoin just dropped by $50. Oh yeah, it touched 11,200, a new 24-hour high. Right there. It just did it. Let's see if it can keep the momentum up. Love to see you, dude. Yeah, so like I said, Bitcoin actually just dropped by about $50, and now they have a 20 Bitcoin buy wall. But again, in this market, that gets chewed up so fast. It's gone. And one of the major lessons that I've learned, in my time trading, because I've done lots of trading, what I've learned is, you know, it's okay to accept losses for positions, right? You have to be comfortable with that and just know that, you know, you may take a small loss, but you'll earn it back. You can definitely earn it back. Like, I've had some losses like $1,000, $1,500, and then I'll trade the next week and, you know, I'll pull back like twice as much into my portfolio, right? So it really comes down to how much effort you want to put into your trading. And yeah, so that's just one of the things that I've gotten really comfortable with in the Bitcoin market. And I'll tell you right now, guys, like, you can't do trading like this with stocks. It's just it's not there. There's not enough volatility in the market to really make some high returns. And I feel like I have a lot of fun trading cryptocurrencies and doing the live trading with you guys. You know, it's a blast. So I really enjoy it. Whew. It's holding on, but I'll show you guys exactly what I see here. It's actually kind of interesting. Okay, so if you look at the ticker here, right, I'm just going to go to the 1 hour, and you'll see this is kind of interesting. So you see the blast off up to 11,200. Now 11,200 is actually a major resistance for Bitcoin, and it has a very hard time penetrating that price level. So what you're seeing here is it'll jump up, and somebody will buy enough at that point, but then the major sell orders kick in, and as you can see, you get this inverse effect, right? So Bitcoin goes up to 11,200, and then it drops by $60 because everybody mashes that sell button. So the bots, the other individuals in the market, they all want to sell because they know that 11,200 is a major resistance level. And, you know, you got to sell everything that you can at that price point because it may not go higher, right? BitMEX just hit a new 24-hour high, $11,230. And as you can see here, we have two very small Bitcoin buy walls. So they're trying to keep the price up. Like, they're really giving it their all right now. I guess we'll see. You know, it could very well, if it penetrates. Now, guys, I do want to put this out there. If it penetrates the 11,200 price period for, I'm going to say, about an hour or 2 hours, and it holds that level, at that point, Bitcoin could go to 11,500 very, very quickly. So, you know, I'm kind of keeping tabs on that, because if it does that, there's a very high possibility that Ethereum will go to $330 or so, based on previous resistance levels and such like that. So we looked at Bitcoin, right? Let's take a look at Ethereum real quick, okay, guys? So again, we're just gonna jump back into the daily chart here. Now I want to show you guys something, okay? Look at this. So, as you can see here, Ethereum was $416 on BitMEX, August 2018, okay? Now, where exactly are we? $313. What does that look like? Well, there's a support here, if you'll see, at $313. What are the odds of that, right? August, again, 2018. So Ethereum right now is playing off this support level. Now, here's the thing. It could very well drop back to about 295 or so, and it actually did that earlier today. Ethereum dropped from about $310 to $295. Okay, and again, that's a major support here, so odds are it won't really drop past that price. But if it keeps building support here at $313 roughly, there is a high probability that it'll stay at that price and build support and then move up further from there. And that gets more likely the longer Ethereum sits at that price. Okay, but like I said, I'm still kind of feeling like Ethereum's gonna fall back and face a bit of a rejection, and then we can pull out of this trade. So let's see here. Again, we can see Ethereum, it is in the overbought zone as well, which generally means that it's facing a bit of a rejection pretty soon here. So let's look at the 1 hour. What does the 1 hour look like? On the day, it looks like it's going to face a rejection, but on the 1 hour, it looks like it actually still has some room to be purchased more. So, you know, that is something definitely to keep in mind. But somewhere around the end of the day, I think we'll see a rejection. Well, I'm hoping. That's what the daily chart says anyways. So now let's look at the 30-minute real quick. Yeah, see, we're hanging out in this zone. There is potential it could go to like 316. Or it could fall back to about 308. Okay. Well, I think we've done enough chart analysis for now. Look at that. Isn't that insane, guys? Look where it's sitting, right on the top of this peak as support. It's just hanging out there. But the sell orders are really building here. I don't know. This is going to go back and forth for a little while, I think, for Bitcoin. What's up, Juan? Nice to see you. Awesome to have you on the stream. Oof. I don't know, man. These sell orders are pretty massive right now. We got, oh my gosh, does it ever change fast? This market moves, man. Hundreds of $1,000s in seconds. It's, you know what, like when I first got into trading, this is something that really like baffled me at first, right? I would come in here and then I would look at Bitcoin ticker and I'd see a 50 Bitcoin wall, you know? And I was like, there's no way that's going to hold the price exactly where it is and it's going to be there for a long time. I can totally get into this trade, right? And then, like 2 seconds later, that 50 Bitcoin wall, gone. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like hundreds of thousands of dollars dropped in seconds. And the reality is that's this market, right? That's what it is. Especially with all the news for Facebook's Libra coin, right? Now, high key best streams on YouTube. Awesome, thanks, Juan. I appreciate the comment there. Yeah, so like I was saying, with Facebook's Libra coin, this is huge, and I think we really need to talk about the elephant in the room. Basically, what this has done is made CEOs take cryptocurrency very seriously. And, you know, before it was just like, whatever, nobody's getting into it, right? Fidelity jumped in, whatever, let's see how they do, right? Like, let's analyze their movements and see how profitable they are. And then what happened, right? Facebook jumped in, and now every CEO of every major company is looking at this and they're taking it very seriously. They're like, we need to get some money into Bitcoin, right? This is very serious, and we need to start looking at developing some of our own projects, because this is the future of currency, of digital transactions. You know, right now, the way everything is incredibly primitive in comparison to what we're trying to move towards, right? So, and they're realizing it. They're starting to get with the movement, and Bitcoin's getting a lot more notice again, just like it did in 2017. So here we go. We're still building on this, right? It's starting to get closer to the top, but it hasn't really passed it at this point. It's trying. It really is. It would be nice, I think, if we did establish a higher high, than what we see here. But I don't know, man. 11,300? I don't know. We could. That would be so cool. Oh! Oh, it's going, guys. It's going. Here we go. Oh, it's trying right now, guys. Oh my gosh. Man, we're getting really close here. We're hitting that first top. As you can see, the top of this green wick, we're starting to hit the top of that. If we hit the next one, ooh, this could be insane. Look at that. You see it's facing rejection. Major rejection right now. Major rejection. There it is. There it is. Ooh. If this goes deeper, I've seen these happen before. Bitcoin drops by like $700 in a flash of a second. I've seen it so many times. Just like be ready, guys. If it could happen on this stream. Oh, you guys got to see ticker here real quick. Look at ticker. As it hit that 11,200 mark, we saw a major rejection and it's falling off. Like I said, we could see it as deep as 11,120, even deeper. Last time this rejection happened, it dropped about $600, $700. So this would not surprise me, guys. This is basically it. This is the last leg up. 11,144, and oh, if that drops, it's done. Oh. Oh, what did I say? Man, the charts don't lie. What's up? What is up? Charts do not lie, guys. What did I say? Ooh, girl. Okay, let's get back into BitMEX. Let's see what's up. Let's watch Ethereum real quick. Ethereum usually lags about a few minutes, but Ethereum will play catch up and the price will drop as well. Oh my gosh. So let's see. Will Ethereum drop? Usually it does play catch up and it will drop by probably like $1, $1.50. It shouldn't really build much. Oh yeah, here's that drop off. Oof. Look at this. All the way down to 311.40. Oh my god. Okay, let's jump back to the ticker real quick. As you can see on the ticker, we dropped down, we had a major tank, and then we hit this support right here. We bounced off of this and we flew back up. Now, generally what happens on movements like this is it's going to try again at 11,200, and then it may potentially see rejection again, or it's going to pump to this marker and then drop off again, and we'll see another $60, $70 drop. I've seen that very frequently. I should actually open a paint window really fast and I could draw it for you guys, what I generally see. Actually, hold up. Maybe this is better. Let's go. Let's check out the 15. You guys are going to love this. Look at that. Oh, that red wick. Look at that. That's that rejection. I was talking 11,200 on the money. Both tank. All right. Can we draw? So anyways, like I was saying, if it continues at this point, we could see it drop off to about here or so. Right about here. It'll hit this support first. Right here. And then at that point, we could even see it go deeper. Shit. 1 second, guys. Like I said, we could even see it go deeper here to 10,850. It can definitely happen. So like right here, we can see a support. And also here, we have a support. Right? So there you have it. Support line here, support line here. Let's delete this line. It's confusing everybody. No need to have it in there. So there is potential for this to drop off. Now, if we jump back into BitMEX real quick here, as you can see, we're getting high sell orders for Ethereum at this point. It has to play catch up with Bitcoin. Usually they're kind of almost in sync. Sometimes Ethereum has its own agenda. Other times, not so much. But I'm thinking it generally follows Bitcoin in its price action. So we could see it very well just fall right off. At this point, look at these sell orders. And these buy orders are not so big. They're kind of thin. But if they pick up, we can see a recovery, right? Oh my God. Look at this. Oh. Tried to hit 11,200, tanked, fell off, came back up, tanked again. Man, oh man. I don't know. I give it maybe like 15 minutes and it's going down, boys. They're really hitting that resistance though. They're trying. They're basically, whenever I see hits like that, like if we go to, let's check out the 7-day real quick. As you can see, we've hit that wall, okay? How I look at resistance and support is like this, okay? Right now, we can see on the chart here, it's hit resistance once, twice, and 3 times now. So how I imagine that is there's a roof above your head, right? As the price action increases, right, and people are purchasing Bitcoin like mad, it's like punching a hole in the roof. So right now, we have 1, 2, 3 holes in the roof. It is not going to take much for that roof to come down, and we're going right up, okay? So it could try again. What a crazy market. We need to see this fall off deeper though. Down to here would be nice. 11,000. Yeah. Just for now. It'll recover. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Because then we can pull out of our Ethereum short at that point. All right. Woo. Ooh. Oh man, this is great. I always like it when when you start up a stream and then you're able to capture some major market activity. That's always nice because like I spin up these streams just on Mondays, usually sometime in the evening after I'm done work, right? And sometimes it works out very well and there's lots of market activity, and then sometimes the market is just flat, right? And it's not always the best when the market isn't really moving much, but it definitely helps when it does. So what about you guys? I got questions for you guys. Are you guys trading in this market as well? If so, just leave a comment in live chat. I'm super curious. And if you are trading in the market, what are you bullish on? Or what are you bearish on? Three touches, man. 3 touches. Look at that red wick forming. Oof. Now it's starting to sit on this support here. As we can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just sitting on this support right now. Come on, Bitcoin. Fall off. Just briefly. Oh my gosh. Here it is again. Ooh. man. Look at this fall off. It tested it, and it just tanked all the way down to here. 305 on Ethereum when it tried to hit that wall. 313. Same thing here. It tried to hit the wall, and it just fell off at 313. Oh. It'd be nice if it continues. Yeah, yes on BitMEX, but very small bets. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, totally makes sense. You definitely have to start out small, and then, you know, you kind of work your way up, right? And as you get more comfortable with, like, the mental stress, right? And then the tactics, you'll do really well. Like, if you put a lot of time and effort in, you can do very well. So even if you lose a little bit of, like, again, this is not financial advice, but if you do lose a little bit of money, I would suggest, if like, don't quit. If you're really eager to be successful and get into this this area of trading, I would definitely just keep trying, man. That's what I did. Just keep trying. Don't give up. Anyways, as you can see, the market is majorly tanking. This is good news for us. How's Ethereum? 312. Get off that support already. We're done with that. Thank you. God. All right. Now let's see what's going on with the crew here. Do you think it will hit 11K today? Well, honestly, Bitcoin's already hit 11K, my friend. It's already there. So, I don't think it will hit 12K. Not today, at least. Maybe a week from now. That wouldn't surprise me if it hit 12K about a week from now. So, mainly bullish on BTC, but I bet both ways. That is awesome, dude. You know what? Sometimes being market neutral is a very smart position, Shakester, because depending on the situation, I mean, like, you can always be profitable. The thing is to establish stop losses for your positions, right? Because if one position goes the wrong way, it'll close out, and then your good position will constantly move up and be in the profitable zone. So that's something I can touch on probably in another video, but it's an interesting strategy for sure. If you do it right, it's hard to lose. If you do it right. Stop the wishful thinking. If the position has lost its potential profit, cut it and find a new opportunity. Zach, that is interesting that you say that, but I'm definitely not cutting the position. There's many times when you're trading and you have to wait for the right opportunity to close out your trade. And just by waiting, I've made several $1,000s. You just have to be patient, right? And I know where I've established my position. I've established it right at this point, and if it passes this point, generally there's a free fall in price. So you always have to do a lot of studying before you place your position, and I'm really comfortable with where it is now. The tuition is expensive, Shakester. Yeah, no, I bet, man. And you know what? If Bitcoin can help you pay for it, then why not, right? Good stuff, guys. Whew. All right. As you can see, we're down to about 183 bucks on just this position. At the start of this video, I think we made like $250. And if Ethereum goes our way before the end of the music here, which we still got lots of time, then we'll close out that position as well and probably establish a new one. All right, so how does the market look? Let's take a look. As you can see here, we're seeing this very, very typical behavior in the market where it falls off, comes back up, falls off again. And you can kind of look at that as like a pump and dump, right? It's kind of just struggling to get by after touching that resistance. It fell off. It's trying to come back up, and it's just not happening. The sell orders are really eating things up right now. So there is potential that we see a major increase back up to that resistance level again, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's going to fall off just like it has in the past. If it's working, hell yeah, man, keep it going. Absolutely, yeah. Sometimes, like I said, it just comes down to waiting it out, for sure. Now, again, I totally agree with you. There are some situations where, like, if all of my technical indicators state that the market is going to continually increase in the short term, I'll cut my position because my losses will grow and they'll be very substantial, right? But right now, I'm very confident based on what I've identified that the market will continue to go down. And then at that point, I can turn my position that's in a loss into a gain. And I've done that lots of times as well. And I'm pretty confident that that's going to happen. Now, whether that happens in the video or outside of the video, I'm not 100% sure. It all depends on where the market goes, right? So, we'll see. All right, let's get back into BitMEX here. 311.60. We fell off from 313 pretty fast as soon as we hit that resistance. You can see a green wick is starting to form, but I think that's going to turn into a nice red wick, and we'll drop back into our entry position. So 310.37 is where we entered at. As you can see, the sell orders are decently large. So I think we're gonna start to fall back to about 310.90 or so. If Bitcoin cooperates with us, let's see. Let's see, how long do we have left? Like 13 plus minutes or so. That would be wicked if we could close out this trade during the stream. That would be awesome. See, like sometimes, like today, I think I've had probably 15 or 20 positions today that I've closed out, and I think about 80% of them have been profitable. So basically, out of 100 trades, 80 would be profitable, and then 20 would be non-profitable, roughly, based on the statistics that I've established today. So again, that's why we're sitting in the green right now. We're doing pretty good today. But you know what? Actually, there's something that I really wanted to talk about. Why do you use cross leverage? So the reason why I use cross leverage is because there are situations where I'll establish positions on multiple contracts. So I'll establish positions on futures contracts, perpetual contracts, and such like that. And basically what that allows me to do is spread my leverage across multiple positions. And that's my trading tactic. I don't like to raise my leverage manually either. I'm comfortable with it scaling based on my positions. And then I also, depending on my portfolio, I'll adjust my position size, right? Based on like what I'm comfortable with the market and, you know, what my potential losses may be and etc. Like there's quite a bit that goes into it, like when you're establishing a position. But anyways, that's basically why I use cross leverage instead of, you know, setting manual leverage and such like that for each position. But anyways, one of the things that I really wanted to talk about, and this is something that I really relearned very recently, is, I think if anybody's trading on BitMEX, pay very close attention to the funding, okay? Now, the reason why I say this is because I've had some long positions up, and the cost for those positions is very high, right? So if I were to establish a long on, say, Bitcoin right now, the charge for that position is like $100 every 8 hours, right, on BitMEX. So definitely watch the cost. Like right now, I have a short open, and in about 54 minutes, I'm gonna make about approximately $78 USD or more. And yeah, Shakester, you're absolutely right. Funding chips away fast. As you can see here, just establishing my position here on Ethereum, it cost me $35 USD just for putting my position in the market, right? And if this was a long position, it would cost me about $78 every 8 hours, right? And sometimes you'll have your position on a perpetual contract open for like 3 days at a time. Now, if you're getting paid from longs and you're entered in a short, then it works out great, right? But if you're in a long position and you're paying the shorts, you know, you could, if you have a smaller portfolio, you're going to be losing, you know, a decent percentage of that every 8 hours, and it adds up, right? Especially when you have like a bigger portfolio, you know? So like my portfolio is like, it's a decent size. But like I said, the funding totally chips away. Like I've seen like $600 just in funding fees that I've paid on having a position open for like 3 or 4 days, right? So it adds up. So I before you establish your position, what I will say is, if you plan to have it there for a while, make sure you take note of the funding costs. Yeah, because like I said, it adds up. It definitely does. And I mean, I've had it to the point where the losses on my position were less than the fees that I was paying for a position. You know what I mean? So then at that point, you might as well just close your position altogether before you get hit by that fee, because the fee costs more than the loss that you would take on closing the position anyways, right? So anyways, just telling you guys, like, that's something that I had to relearn. I forgot about it like earlier this week. I was like, oh man, this is, I should have watched that, you know? Like, I should have paid it more attention. So anyways, hopefully that helps you guys when you're trading. $5% up on the day for Bitcoin, man. And look at this, right? Like, Bitcoin's up 5%, Ethereum's up 3.4%. Everything else is down. Everything else. Like, that has got to say something. I also wanted to say that the reason why Bitcoin is going up in price right now is actually due to a Bitcoin wall, a Bitcoin buy wall. I will show you guys it real quick. As you can see here, we have this 17.5 BTC wall, and this was actually about 33 Bitcoin. I've been keeping an eye on it while I've been chatting, and it's slowly getting chewed away, but it actually caused the price rise from about $11,130 all the way to $11,074. So if you are trading, I do highly suggest that you have the Bitcoin ticker up with you, because very short-term positions, you can see what is driving that price upwards, right? I've seen 300 Bitcoin walls on the buy side or the sell side, and in the short term, like I said, they change how the market moves. So definitely keep tabs on that if you are actively trading. Oh, there we go. Round 2. Let's go. We can dive back. Let's go all the way down here. Let's go all the way down. Oh, 15 Bitcoin sell wall. Let's keep going. Come on, boys. Whoop. Let's get back into BitMEX. As you can see, we are diving. Woo. That's that pump and dump scheme. You saw it before, you're seeing it again. Here we go. Let's check Ethereum. How you doing? 312 still hanging out, lagging behind. Lagging. Still got the sell orders though. Ooh, a bit of recovery here, hey guys? A little bit of a recovery going on. Yeah, but like I said, I'll see how this position goes actually overnight. If I don't get to close it today at any given point in time, I'll actually leave it open overnight. And one of the reasons why, actually, I'll put this out to you, Zach. One of the other reasons why I'm keeping this position open is also to get this funding, because this funding actually chips down on my losses and the initial fees to establish the position. So as you can see, in 48 minutes, I'm going to get about 0.0078 Bitcoin. And what that approximately is about $78. So that's going to chew away at this fee, and then it's also going to chew away at some of my losses. So, and again, that happens like every 8 hours. In 9 hours, I'll get another 71. 71, whatever that is, 70, yeah, another like 72 USD. So, you know, if I left this open, if the market was kind of stagnant where it was, then I could very easily cover my losses just by holding the position open. So I definitely want to get that funding before I even think about closing this position. Oh, which brings me to another topic. When you guys are trading, definitely watch what happens with the funding, because I've actually seen multiple times where the market structure on BitMEX entirely changes once it gets closer to the funding period and the rebate period, because bots actually pull their positions out of the market when they have to pay the funding for their long positions. So let's say you have 3 bots with, I don't know, $1 million worth of Bitcoin each, right? And they're trading based on algorithms and technical analysis and indicators and such, right? Now, they can actually analyze when the funding rates are and when they're coming out. So they'll actually pull their positions out of the market based on whether they're profitable or at a loss or whatever. There's obviously a lot of evaluation there, but they'll actually pull their orders out of there and then let the funding go through and then reestablish their positions so they don't have to pay the funding. Because funding is actually a very big cut of those $1 million positions, right? It can cost like $10,000 just to have your $1 million position open, right? So, like I said, the bots will pull their orders right out of the order book, and then they'll put them back in afterwards. I know sometimes I definitely do that. If it's not much of a loss and I don't have to pay the $100 whatever to have my long position open, I'll pull my order out of the order book, and then the funding happens at 45 minutes or whatever, right? And then after the next funding round happens, I'll get back into the market, and then I'm safe in my position for another 8 hours, and I don't have to pay funding, right? So definitely keep that in mind as well. You can definitely save quite a few dollars or gain a few dollars by just having a position in the market and closing it at break even, you know? So just another interesting point that I've learned from trading on BitMEX for a while. Whew. Man. Yeah, man, I don't know. It looks like it's going to fall off here pretty soon. This ain't looking so hot for Ethereum right now. 311.95 and lots of sell orders. Let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Oof, those sell orders in this book, this order book, are insane. Man, I sure like when I see charts like this, that pattern. Oh, I love that. Higher lows, like as you can see, we're getting higher lows. What that generally indicates is a strong bullish market. When you see these higher lows like this, I like that. But again, this is very short term. I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, right? But yeah, that is nice. Look at this. Let's change this real quick. Let's go to the 1 hour. Look at this. Now that is a nice chart. Oh. See, now in a stock market, if you were trying to see some gains like this, you would see this over the course of several years. We see this from June 20th to 25th, and we see like major gains, like 11,000 from 9,000 to 11,000 in like 5 days. Bruh, get into Bitcoin. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, there she goes again, boys. Woo. Bruh. Let's go. Ooh. Oh, it's deep. It's deep. It's cutting deep. Ooh. Let's go. Oh, look at those. Let's see. Is Ethereum playing catch up? Oh, it dropped by 60 cents. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? 15 minutes. Don't give me such a hard time, BitMEX. Come on, cooperate. Hey, look at that. See? Oh, it's a party in BitMEX land. Let's go. Look at this. We need emojis for this. This is it. We need, what are we doing? What do I have? Let me see real quick here. I need to check this. Oh, what did I say? I'm gonna drop them in chat. Yeah, boy. Let's get it. Oh, according to the mark price, we're up $40. Time to go get some Starbucks, boys. Ooh, ooh, the price drop. Oh, I didn't see it coming, bruh. Oh. Yeah, man, I'm pretty solid. Like when it comes to calling these things, I do a pretty damn good job. Like I said, it's about, I have an 80% call rate ish. It's pretty hype, man. So if I wanted to, I could close my position at a $58 loss. But am I gonna do that? No. Never. My funding rate's more than that. Why would I ever close? $13 loss now. No. No. We're trying to make the do-re-mi. We want to get that Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? Lol, let it ride. Of course. Why not? Oh, $2 up. That's it. I'm buying a Bentley. Done. Cashing out, boys. Oh, the music ended. What? The music ended, boys. That's it. The stream's over. Oh, shit. What a cliffhanger. Oh. Man, you guys won't even get to see me cash out this position now. Oh man, that is brutal. I don't want to do you guys like that. Because I hate people that do that. But, you know what? You know what, guys? I'm not going to do you like that. I've watched so many movies where, you know, they end at the cliffhanger and then you never get to see what exactly is going to go down. I'm not going to do you guys like that. I'll start up another video, and if we close this position in the next 15 minutes, awesome. If not, then I will let you guys know what happens in the next video, okay? So we're going to give it another 15 minutes just to see where the market goes. All right? So let me find another music video, because you can't trade on BitMEX without music. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? So hold up. I don't even know what kind of music we're going to get. It could be good. It could be bad. I haven't listened to it. Let's see. Oh boy, that's it. Oh boy. Okay, so check this out. This is actually kind of interesting, guys. Let me move things around here real quick. Okay. Check out the ticker. All right, so now as you can see here, we have two Bitcoin buy walls. We have a 10 BTC small wall, 11 BTC small wall. Those could very well get chewed up very quickly, or we could see a bit of a retracement, right? But again, I think we're going to see the same thing here. We're going to see the price rise a bit, and then it's going to fall off once again. That is what I am feeling. Now, let's get back into the BitMEX. And also, just let me know if the music is too loud. I will turn that down. I haven't tested this video yet. This is on the fly, by the seat of my pants, man. So 15 minutes, guys. So as you can see, the reason why Ethereum is having such a hard time diving down further is because it's actually resting on support. So we have support here, we have support here, we have support here. You're the GOAT. Aw, thanks, my dude. I appreciate that. I'm definitely trying, that is for sure. For my own sake. So anyways, like I said, we're resting on support here, 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 and here. Right? And I think, like I said, we'll see a bit of a price rise, maybe 311 again, 311.20, and then another fall back. At least that's the hope. Alrighty, so as you can see, the market is starting to retrace a little bit because, again, it is bouncing off of that support. Now, again, generally what we see, this is a very typical pattern that we see in especially altcoins, actually, is we see, again, that pump and dump, right? So the market will, first off, it'll drop, right? And then it's going to pump, and then it's going to drop once again. And I think that's what we're going to see in the very short term here. If we jump back to the ticker real quick, you can see it's very consistent. It tested support, fell off, and then fell off deeper once again. Tried to retrace, couldn't do it, didn't have enough buying strength, fell off once again. So like I said, I think we'll see that behavior as well here, and then we'll fall off again. Man. I need to go through all of these emojis in chat here. They have a massive selection, actually, guys. Like, this is pretty insane. Jeez. Don't I have some? Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to have like custom emojis. I need to double check those for the next live stream. I'll get some custom emojis involved in here. Oh yeah, I think so. All right, there we go. See, it's starting to get a little bit of that retracement, but it's still got to go a lot deeper yet before we close this position. Absolutely. Plus, like I said, I want that funding, man. 33 minutes and I get that funding, so man, that funding covers the fee and closing this position essentially. Like if that funding came in right now, we could close and basically break even, or pretty close anyways. So check that action. Man, this is a decent support here. If we drop down, the next level will be here, right about 309 or so, because we have that support here. So we got support up top, and then we got support on the bottom. So I think I can actually, like, I'm pretty sure I can just call these, can I? Yeah. There you go. So now you can see where the supports are, here and here. Long or short? I'm shorting the Ethereum market right now. I'm definitely feeling that it's going to continue to go down because again it's hit that resistance and now it's fallen back, and I think we're definitely going to see a bit of a correction after the major price rise that we saw earlier today, and then after this we'll probably see one more run up to 11,200, and it's going to break that wall and it's going to fly up probably 11,500. If it passes through that, we'll probably see 12K Bitcoin. That's what I'm feeling, and that's what the charts are basically saying in regards to support and resistance. So whether it happens or not, totally up to the market, but that is where I stand as of right now. Ooh, girl. Oh yeah, look at that. It's starting to build right here. Starting to drop off. Let's get back into trading. So like I was saying, guys, I really want to show this off so you guys can see what the dealio is. So again, you see these blue lines. I hope they show up decently well. Maybe I can expand this for you guys. If it loads up nicely, you guys can see what's up. Oh, that's disgusting. Let's clean that up a bit. Okay, like I was saying, you can see support here, right? Right at the bottom here, we have this nice support. This is where we currently are, up here. And we're going to hit this support about 310.40 or so. It'll probably hang out there for a bit. If it breaks through that, we will see 309.45 for Ethereum. Which is kind of where I'm thinking I'll probably cash out, because we're pretty close to our entry position. But if it tanks down to here, you know, I'll probably cash out. And then at that point, if it breaks that support, then we're coming down to about here, 307. Woo. Yeah, man. What do you guys think of this market? Like, it has been crazy. It has been crazy lately, right? I mean, this just brings back, like, the memories when I was live streaming back in 2017. And I was trading, like, Bitcoin Cash and everything like that. Oh, man. The profit that you would see those days was insane in 2017. I remember having a mining rig at, well, several mining rigs, and, like, each RX Vega would return, like, $2,000 a month. Each Vega. It was insane. And I had, like, I don't know, like 15 or 16 of them, and they would return 2,000 US a month. Each card, right? It was bonkers. Like, I didn't even believe it when I did the numbers. I looked at it, I was like, nah, that's not right. Nah. And then I did the numbers like 4 more times, and I was like, oh, man. Yeah, we're totally just resting on that support right now, and there is not a lot of movement upwards. Oh, you know what? Let's jump back to the ticker here. I want to show you guys this real quick. If you, like, this is also a surefire sign that the market is starting to turn a bit bearish in the short term. If you look at the volume, we have very higher volumes here in Bitcoin that are being tossed around, right? As you can see here, the volumes have settled. Very, very small amounts are causing this increase in price. Very small amounts of Bitcoin, right? And then as you can see here, we're seeing larger volumes getting sold off, and that's what's creating this arcing behavior, right? From just tanking, recovery, and tanking again, recovery, and tanking again. So I think we're going to see another violent downward price action in the short term once we see these 2 BTC walls get chewed up. There it is. You could almost like say that I'm just moving the market, but honestly I'm not. I'm just studying the charts and I'm telling you what's going to happen before it happens, right? It is what it is, man. Here's TradingView, as you can see, or sorry, BitMEX 310.45. We're almost close to our entry, and we can't close. I know you mentioned it before, but how do you get the USD mod for BitMEX? You know what? Actually, Sullivan. Okay, good. I'm just thankful that I said that right. Sullivan, I have a video on it. If you go through the videos on my YouTube channel, it will actually show you how to install the USD conversion tool for the BitMEX interface. So just make sure that you're using Google Chrome when you're doing that. But yeah, I have a whole video on how to do it. It's very short. It's like a 5-minute video or something, and it guides you through the whole process on how to do it, man. Also, for anybody else that is trading on BitMEX and likes the USD tool, I do have a guide for that on my channel. It's like, I can't remember what it's called. You know what? I'll look it up real quick. Hold up. But it's on my channel. It's pretty easy to find. I do it for you guys. Here you go. I'll put it in trading chat here. One sec. Or there you go. Yeah, no problem, Sullivan. Thank you so much for tuning in on the stream. It's great to have you here. Also, for all the other viewers that are here, it is great to have you guys on the stream. So thank you so much for joining me. Unfortunately, I am not in a position as of yet to close this position. I do still want to get the funding in 25 minutes, and then I also want to close it in a more profitable state than what it is in right now. But if you see the market continuing to tank downwards, you can rest assured that I've closed my position in a profitable area, and you know, I'm pretty well on my way. So again, I'll stop the music. We'll go back to the main intro. And like I said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in on this week's live stream. I do videos every Monday. If you guys enjoy these live trading sessions, leave a like, subscribe, a comment. You know, I love all that feedback, and I will always get back to you guys. If you look at any of the comments on my other videos, I always get back to you guys. So again, it's awesome to have you guys in the community, and I really appreciate the comments. So anyways, take care, everybody. It was awesome. This was a great stream.